What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we are doing To All the Bags I Loved Before Part 2. I filmed this video last year. Part 1 is a few months back, but I will link it up here and down below in case you want to see the first few bags that I talked about selling and why. So this video is going to essentially pick up where that video left off, and I am going to update you guys on the bags that I have sold since that video. Yeah, we are just going to dive right in because I have 10 bags to talk about for this video, which is actually quite a bit considering it's been less than a year. That last video went up in May and I have just been purging ever since. I mean, you guys know that there have been new additions as well, so an updated bag collection video will be coming soon. We are going to get started, but if you're new here, my name is Alyssa Lenore. I do these kinds of luxury fashion related videos on Thursdays. On Mondays, I upload vlogs where I talk about my daily life, film around the house, cleaning, organizing, interiors, home stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you know I post new videos. And also feel free to check me out on Instagram where I post every single day, and TikTok where I'm trying to post a little bit more now. So yeah, that will be linked down below, and let's get started. All of the bags that I'm mentioning in this video, I still appreciate and love the style, otherwise they never would have made it into my collection. Absolutely no regrets in purchasing them. It's just that, you know, things change, your style changes, and you realize you want other things more or you want to downsize. So that's how we're gonna kick things off. First bag is the Chanel backpack. This backpack was really popular amongst my audience. They thought that it was such a great style, and I honestly loved it, but it was the last bag in my collection that was still silver hardware, and I was hanging on to it because it is such a unique bag. It's not a style that Chanel does every season. It's not the Urban Spirit. I think it was called the Daily Supple bag, and I was hanging on to it, but realistically I wasn't gonna reach for it because I just wear gold jewelry now, and I found it hard to match with my other pieces. So I was happy to let this one go. It also just recently got serviced by the Chanel boutique for like just cleaning. And so because it was still in really great condition, I wanted to let it go while it was still looking really pretty. Haven't looked back ever since, and yeah, this is really where my silver hardware for bags kind of just stopped. Next up is the Bottega cassette. So the cassette I got for my birthday last year. I bought it for myself, and then I was able to take her out, and I loved the texture of it and its pillowiness. I was looking for the Chanel 19 bag in that kind of color, but it wasn't out. Joke's on me, it's out now. I basically wanted that pillowy style. It was very on trend, and I just thought it was such a cute bag. It would go great with everything I had in my closet. And then I found the 19 bag in tweed and was just like, you know what? Time to sell the Bottega. And so the cassette actually went through a price increase by the time I got my bag. So I purchased my bag for a previous price. I forgot what it was. And then I noticed a few days later it went up. So I actually did end up breaking even with my bag, which was great for a bag that isn't considered a classic yet. But I think it's just because it was only a few months old. So I made my money back by selling it that soon. So yeah, the cassette is one that I happily let go, but I know that it's still super popular. I love the way people style it. It's just that it's not one that I felt like I could keep in my collection forever. Same with the next one. It is the Bottega pouch bag, and this is not a shocker because I ended up selling my little dumpling bag, the little Bottega pouch that is a crossbody. So that one was sold also. And the Bottega pouch I was on the fence about because it looks so chic when you hold it in photos, but I knew I really was not going to be reaching for it, and I was at the point where I just really wanted to downsize my collection. So I ended up texting my group chat of girls and asked like, hey, do you think I should sell this bag? And everyone basically said, yeah, just, you're not gonna be styling it compared to your other bags. So I was able to list it and find a new home for it. And the thing with these bags is that it's not like I hate them. It's not like I'm just like, oh, why did I buy this? I would just much rather it go to someone who's actually going to use it And I get questions from people asking, how do you not feel guilty when you buy a bag? It's because I know I'm going to use it. And also, you know, I'm working and I know that I'm also saving. So spending on a bag that I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of won't give me a guilt trip. Having a bag that is just sitting in my closet and never going to get used, that would give me a guilt trip. So, yeah, the Bottega pouch has a new home, and I'm hoping that it is living its best life and getting used. It's just that for me, the clutch was not something that I was going to be reaching for as much as I hoped I would, even though it was very, I still think it's such a chic bag, and yeah. Next up is the Fendi Peekaboo. I think it's because I got some kind of Kelly vibes out of it, and I was seeing it on Instagram and I was watching reviews and how many people loved it. But then over time, I just knew that I wasn't going to be reaching for it. Also just wanted to kind of size down the amount of black bags that I had. So that was just a no-brainer for me. I still kept it in really great condition. I just knew that it wasn't going to be a bag that I was going to be really reaching for. Yeah, it's just another one of those things where it's just like, I'm not really using this bag now, but I know that I'm going to get a lot of use out of this other bag that I would want to get with the money from selling that bag. So there's a lot of that in my collection. I always try and sell before I add a new piece, and that'll be very common as we go through this list. Next up is the Celine Classic Box. And this bag, I knew that I wasn't going to be reaching for anymore just because of, I don't know what it is. I think it's had to do with the bobby bag. And I just love the bobby bag even more, and the bobby had more room in it. So I knew that the bag that I had, which is the cerise in léger leather, was pretty popular because it's such a durable one. So I posted it up for sale, and yeah. It's because I also found my white Chanel classic flap, and I wanted to make room for this one. I found this one pre-loved. I just thought it was like the perfect creamy white color, and I promise I am going to be doing a bag review on this and talk to you guys about medium classic flaps as well, so that is coming up. But Celine Classic Box is still such a beautiful and timeless design. Don't get me wrong. I do really love the new teen size, which is an in-between. So for my frame, the medium was fine. I'm 5'6", size 6 to 8 in clothing, and it was fine on my frame. But I definitely think the teen is perfect because the size down, which is the small or the mini, I think, can be a little bit too small, and I don't think you can fit a phone in there. So yeah, I saw the teen size when I was in Paris, I think 2019. Yeah, that's when it was. Next one is the YSL Loulou bag, and this one went to a family friend who had been wanting this bag, and because I got this white Chanel, I was like, I don't need another cream white bag. So this one went to a family friend that had been really eyeing this and wanting it, so I knew it was going to a good place, and she was so excited about it. She loves it, and so I was really happy to let go of that bag at that point. The YSL Loulou, though, is a great everyday bag. I did get some use out of it, and it's just so easy, lightweight. My sister-in-law actually just got the toy Loulou, which is in the smaller size in this beautiful burgundy color. She saw it on FARFETCH. My code is still active. Lenore FF10, 10% off your first order. So that'll be down below as well. Next is very exciting because I actually have a bag reveal in this. If you follow me on Instagram, you already have seen it, but a bag that got sold is my Celine Sangle seau. And no, it's not because I'm over that bag. It's because I was over having that bag in black. So the Celine Sangle, you guys know, is one of my favorite totes. But I ended up selling my black one because I found it in green on FARFETCH, and I was just so excited. The only thing is, it is the new Celine logo, so it does have just a plain old E. I wonder if I could just, like, nobody's gonna know. How would they know? So yeah, I found this beautiful green color. It's called Dark Olive, and I am I'm scared at the way that I manifest things sometimes because who knew? So I found this for below retail and it is brand new. It came from a boutique in Austria, I believe, and it came super fast. The lining is also like this olive green color. And yeah, I think this is a great little switch up for my collection because if I'm using a black bag, I don't have a black tote bag, but I do have other black bags. I think this is a beautiful neutral and yeah, I found this and so happy. Also came really fast. I ordered this the day before Valentine's Day and what's today? The 16th? 17th, sorry. So yeah, this is the new green sangle and it is just such a great like laptop carry-all tote because it is so comfortable on the shoulder with that thicker strap. So that is in here and yeah, I just got so excited. So we have a little bag reveal in this video. Next one in this video is going to be my Loewe puzzle bag, which also got switched up in color because I do still love the Loewe puzzle. So the reason why I sold mine in the camel is because of the amount of camel bags I actually already have in my collection, but I didn't have anything that was in that taupe shade. So I will be talking about this bag a little bit more in next week's video, so stay tuned for all the information on this guy. I wanted something that was in a different kind of tone in the neutral spectrum, just so that I would have more of a purpose for that bag. If I wanted to use a camel bag, I was always reaching for my bobby or the saddle or the classic flap. Felt really guilty that this Loewe camel bag was just sitting there, and so I decided to sell that one and I was able to get this one into my collection. So yeah, that's it for my color swaps, but both bags still really love and I think they will definitely be getting a lot more use now that they are in those different colors. Last two are from Louis Vuitton. And so these two are the LV Multi-Pochette, I know, a shocker, and the LV Petit Mal. So if you watched my video comparing the Prada re-edition to the LV, I said that I love the Prada one more. And so I did end up selling my LV Multi-Pochette because I really just wasn't going to get much more use out of it. And I know that it's also a bag that a lot of people have been looking for. How it happened was because I was talking to someone in my DMs. I think she was asking me about a bag and then asked me if I was selling any. And I was like, oh, I'm thinking of selling this one. And she just told me how much she wanted that bag, and I also mentioned that I'm thinking of selling my Petit Mal, and her friend actually wanted that one, so it was just a very easy transaction where I was like, oh, okay, great, let me know and I'll ship these out to you. So those two bags went to two friends, and so the Multi-Pochette is still an amazing bag, don't get me wrong. I still really love it. I think it is a great Louis Vuitton piece. You can do so much with that bag and it's just so cute to style. I loved styling that bag when I had it, but again, just knew that it was gonna sit. And as for the Petit Mal, because I know that in my last bag collection video, I said that it was a gift from family, and so I wanted to hang on to it. But honestly, that bag had probably only been used once in the past 2-3 years. So I just, once or twice in like the past 2-3 years, it was really just time to let it go. And it's not to be like ungrateful for the gesture. I was watching this video from Colorful Noir. I will link her video down below of pieces to let go and why. And one of the points she made was you should let go of pieces even though there's an emotional attachment to it, because it is the thought that counts. And I've done that with so many pieces. I had an emotional attachment to my Chanel boy bag because it was my very first Chanel, and I thought that I needed to keep it. It was my first Chanel, my first trip to Paris, yada yada yada. But I sold that bag and I ended up getting a different Chanel bag. So for me, I take the emotional aspect of the bag that I'm selling and I put it into something else. So that's just it. That kind of happened with like my love bracelet too. I had a Gucci bag, the Soho, and I bought that on a trip to Italy, which was my first work trip. And it was a trip that I realized I wanted to do it full time. So I could have hung on to that bag for the rest of my life. From selling that bag, it helped pay for my love bracelet, which I know that I'm going to be keeping forever. Yeah, I ended up selling my Petit Mal. I just knew that I wasn't going to get much use out of it. It is such an iconic LV bag, but just not practical for me to keep for the rest of my life. So yeah, the LV Petit Mal went to a new home, and I know that it's also priced super high. So whenever I sell these bags, I'm not trying to like rob anyone of money. I always try and price it really well for at least what I got it for or below retail. That's pretty much it. So those are the bags that have recently been sold since spring of last year, and I just feel really good about where everything is at. And I will have my updated bag collection video as well, I promise. I just don't know when I'm going to do it. I mean, I don't think I'm not adding any more bags. I haven't even told my Hermes essay that I wanted a Kelly, but that's besides the point. So, I mean, maybe the money that I saved from the LV Petit Mal can go into the Kelly, because I just have it sitting tucked away in my savings, and I am not trying to buy anything else. I've been really good since the Birkin. I've had to be really good since the Birkin. So I've just been saving, and I've just been chilling. I've just been enjoying the collection as is. And yeah, so now I'm going to talk about how I sell my bags. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know about my shop account. I post on Shop Alyssa Lenore, and usually the bags go really, really fast. So I never know when I'm really going to sell it. So the best way is to get post notifications. The only bag that I'm considering selling now is my LV Keep All duffel. So that's the only thing. I just don't know if I'm actually ever going to list it or not. But if you do post notifications, you'll see when I post something. And then I'll usually talk to buyers in order of the messages when they come in. So I'll start talking to everyone, and then they'll let me know if they'll pass on or not, and then I move on to the next person. So if you are looking to sell your bag, I want to say just try your best to sell it on your own first. Take a lot of photos, be very clear about its condition, do watermarks or write a card with your name on it just so that no one else takes your images online and poses it as their own sale. This is usually something that is a rule in Facebook groups. So if you cannot sell on your own platform like Instagram, I would say try going to Facebook groups first. So if you're looking to sell a Chanel bag or you're looking to buy a pre-owned Chanel bag, check the Reetsy group. So just search on Facebook, Chanel, Reetsy, buy, sell, and these groups will pop up. You'll have to be approved to join, but you will see so many bags that are up for sale or people that are in search of a particular bag. So that could be a great way to find a buyer directly without going the consignment shop route. I want to say try that route first and see how it goes. The only thing is when you sell on your own, you have to make sure that you are selling to someone legit, because there are a lot of scam stories out there, and make sure you insure your packages. I always do for the full value of the package and ship with a tracking number, priority shipping. I'll do signature, and yeah, that I've never had any issues selling on my own, and so I feel very confident in selling by myself. But if you are freaked out about it, or you just need to quickly sell something and you don't want to deal with the fuss of taking photos or talking to people or going back and forth and this and that and negotiating, feeling lowballed, that is when you go to consignment shops and you send in photos, you get a quote, and see who you feel the most comfortable selling with. And they'll basically take care of everything from there, and you get your money as soon as your item sells, or you can just sell to them directly, even though that might come at a lower price compared to consignment. Consignment is when you will get paid when the bag sells. Flat out buying is basically you sell your bag to Yugi's Closet or The Real Real or Fashion File or Rebag. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my how to sell spiel. Yeah, I would say just try and sell on your own first, because that is where you get to keep all your money, but it does come with a little bit more time and effort on your end. If you are looking to just quickly and easily sell and you don't mind taking, if you don't mind another company taking a cut of the sale, then you can go that route. So that is it for the bags that I have loved before. Still love them, just not enough to keep them in my collection. I think that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you found this video helpful. And again, thank you so much for all of your love and support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!